Broadcasting from Park Avenue West, you're watching WMFD Television, Channel 68.1, Mansfield.
This program discusses sensitive mental health issues, including suicide. Viewer discretion is advised.
Maybe an hour after we got the message that we lost Danny, Danny's sister said to us, we were all crying, and she says, "What do we do? What do we tell people?" And I'm like, "Baby, we got to tell them the truth. This is nothing that can be hidden, because otherwise the suicide will win."
We're not mental health professionals. It's just something that happened to our family. We direct people other places. And most important of all, I think, don't quit. Keep fighting. Keep living. Things will get better.
Good evening and welcome to Sparking the Conversation. I'm Jeff Heck, this is my wife Donna, and we're part of 33 Forever. We are so excited to be able to bring you weekly half-hour messages, stories, and resources surrounding mental health topics and challenges. Now, our show's purpose and hope is to provide both information and inspiration, making conversations about mental health the norm.
Now, our guest tonight is Luke Russel. Luke is the Deputy Director of NAMI Ohio. NAMI is the National Alliance for Mental Illness, and NAMI Ohio is pretty much the largest NAMI affiliate in the country. Luke has previously worked for government relations for AARP Ohio in leadership positions for mental health and developmental disability organizations. He has a bachelor's and master's degree from The Ohio State University and Ohio University, respectively. Luke has family members with both mental health and disability challenges, and as a result, he brings a very important and personal perspective, as well as his professional experience for your work in mental health. And Luke, thank you for being here with us.
I want to thank both of you. This is a great opportunity. Started a year and a half ago at NAMI, and I will tell you, after hearing your story, I think I spent about an afternoon going through your website and was just amazed, because for you to have started this 33 Forever and out of a tragedy, so much good, and I've seen it. So just thank you both.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your words.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And as you know, when you're faced with something around you happening, you can just either retreat or do something positive, and we just had to. And with that, NAMI Ohio was NAMI Richland County, the local affiliate, was a saving grace for me when we lost Danny. And NAMI Ohio is just where it all starts. And you have a lot of free programs and services for every person across the state. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what the active role for NAMI Ohio is?
Yeah. So as you said, we're one of the largest state affiliates. And that's really because of our 41 local affiliates who provide education, advocacy, and support for individuals and families. At NAMI, we have a 28-member board. That board is made up of people with lived experiences, many family members. Donna is on our board. Yeah. And we also have professionals. We have a couple child psychiatrists, a couple provider organizations, people who run large provider organizations, who all have a vested interest, because everyone is affected in some manner by mental health. 1 in 5 people have a mental health condition. So it's really the grassroots. We like to say we're the voice of the system. We're the conscience of the system, because our people who we represent, all they care about are the services and supports out there for individuals they love and care for.
Yep.
The thing that I love about NAMI's mission and NAMI Ohio's mission especially, and the affiliates, and we've had Mary Kay Pierce of our NAMI Richland County affiliate here on a couple of times. She's a wonderful lady and dedicated to the cause as well. But the one thing I love about NAMI Ohio's focus is that it's about the people who have mental health challenges and their families. Talk a little bit about that, if you would.
Well, when we even sit in the office, we were doing an interview the other day with the Columbus Dispatch, and we started talking about all the board members we represent, and somebody like Mary Kay, who has a family member that she advocates for to this day. She's passionate. She's an inspiration. But also, we have staff members who have lived experiences, who have sons and daughters who have experienced mental illness. On our board alone, numerous board members. When I first came, just meeting with board members, several of them said the educational program, Family to Family, saved our families' lives. that we didn't know where to turn. And yet NAMI was there, the local NAMI affiliate, to offer us an 8-week course on not just what is mental illness, but how do I advocate for my loved one? How do I take care of myself? How do I work with other people to find out what resources are available? The mental health system, and I speak from experience because I've worked in quite a few different systems, is a very fragmented system and very hard to navigate.
It is, and it's confusing, but going to a source like NAMI is just, it simplifies it, it directs you. I know the one thing that we found with NAMI is like you said, you're with people who have the liked loss, if you want to say,
yes.
or a part
shared experience.
Exactly,
right? Yeah.
and it doesn't make you feel that you're all alone in this.
Yes, it's like that lived experience. I see it at our board meetings. There's 28 people in our board meetings. Everyone's there contributing, and it's not about workforce. It's not about rules and regulations or policies. It's about what do our kids need? What does my brother need? My dad has schizophrenia. He needs housing. Let's talk about how to get somebody basic supports that all of us need. I mean, our mission at NAMI is to improve the quality of life for individuals with mental illness and their families, and to enhance their quality of life and make sure they have what they need. And so we start from there, and that's really, it's the natural mission, because the people that lead our organization are folks with mental illness or their family members.
And I think that's a great place for us to take our first break, Luke, but that's an excellent introduction to NAMI Ohio and the NAMI system in general. And we're going to be back more with Luke Russel from NAMI Ohio after these messages.
If he only knew
how much we would miss him
and how many lives she impacted just by being here.
I wish I had understood that the behaviors I was witnessing actually were warning signs.
I wish she had known there were other options.
The hard work you put in now will pay off.
You don't really know what you're going to be in the future. You could be the next doctor, the next psychiatrist that helps those children understand their mental health issues.
All right, so this is way better. No, you can't have this. I'm sorry.
Enjoy an order of large fries for free with a purchase of $1 or more, only on the app.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. Not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is. And I did this to my father. We were at home, 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
This program discusses sensitive mental health issues, including suicide. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Sparking the Conversation. We've been enjoying talking with Luke Russel of NAMI Ohio. And Luke, 3 important things that pretty much we run NAMI Ohio with is education, advocacy, and support. Can you talk a little bit about those 3 and how it can help our viewers?
Yeah, so underneath our mission is to improve the quality of life, and really those three buckets are kind of what we talk about, but they're all interrelated. I would say, like this show, Sparking the Conversation, is really advocacy, education, and support. And a lot of the things that NAMI Ohio that we do on a day-to-day basis really fall into, they overlap. But to be more specific, like under advocacy, it's just not state house and federal laws and that kind of advocacy. Sometimes it's advocating for individual families. So it kind of falls into that support area. It could be that we're working with the governor's office on new initiatives around person-centered mental health, and how can we get not just treatment services, which the system's provided for years, but how can we also provide some of those support services? I mean, a third of the calls we get are about housing. Another 10% are about, I need case management or medication management, that fall a little bit outside of the treatment realm. But that's really advocacy, even though it does include what you typically think. Education, we're looking at these are signature programs that have evidence-based outcomes, family to family. We have a basic, one's called Basics for younger families, peer-to-peer, peer-to-peer support groups. Mm-hmm. These are all under education, teaching people and families how to work.
Ending the Silence is another one that we support them locally.
Even Ending the Silence falls kind of under our support because we have a whole list of programs that we do just speaking. There's In Our Own Voice, where people with mental illness go out and share with those. And again, if we want to really reduce the stigma, when people hear your story about your daughter, they go, and I told you this before we aired, it made me think of my daughter who had some struggles. And it educated me by knowing what you guys went through to say, hey, what do I need to do now? Yes. Out earlier as much as we can. And, again, it's mental illness is such a mean disease in the sense that, it's not quite the same for everybody, and situations change, and there's even symptoms are different. But, if we educate people and then we support them and then we advocate for them, it's really the backbone of what we do at NAMI. And the nice thing is with 41 affiliates who have folks who have lived experiences, when we have somebody go to Richland County NAMI and say, I don't know where to even find a provider, where do I start? The person on the other end of the phone says, I know.
Yes.
I can help. And again,
and we've been there. I remember that we use that for our marketing. Because we have been there, meaning the people that have worked at all your NAMIs and volunteer, and that's what they need.
Yes. And one of our goals, last January, sat down and looked at our goals for NAMI, and one of the goals is to really make sure we're covered in all the counties, because we have some multi-county NAMIs. Obviously, some of the bigger counties have rather large NAMIs, like in Cuyahoga and Hamilton, Franklin County. But there are, counties that have multi-groups, and what we're trying to do is make sure they're represented by individuals who live in those communities, who can pick up the phone and call the local alcohol, drug addiction, and mental health board, who can also maybe even reach out to a judge. I'll give you a quick example. One of the things I consider advocacy is I got a call on our helpline, which is really support. We have a help and referral line, and I can give that number here in a little bit. But I had somebody call, and their brother was in jail for a misdemeanor crime, but the bigger issue was he didn't have his medication. Well, we knew someone who works with all the county jails. I made one phone call. She gave me an email. I emailed a lady. The next thing I know, the lady calls me back. Her brother got his medications like after 4 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because her fear was he'll be back in jail if they don't give him his medications.
In a minute. Right?
He was diagnosed schizophrenic. He hears voices.
Yes.
But if he took the medicine, he wouldn't the recidivism rate.
Yes.
It was as simple as an email to someone who gave us the jail administrator who said, hey, can you help this guy out get his medications? They did within an hour.
I love that story, and I think that really goes to show you what NAMI and the NAMI affiliates are all about, and we've seen that so many times. And
we are more than a counseling center.
More than just a medication or therapy session.
What do I like the most? It's gotta be the team.
Providing the highest standard of care, that's just what we do.
And equipping patients with coping skills to be successful, that's so important.
It's simple. We are just hopeful. We are hopeful for our patients.
We are hopeful that we can help them find their way to a better balanced and more resilient self.
We are Hope 419.
Visit us today at hope419.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Trollian, the Executive Director for the Richland County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board. Addiction to drugs and alcohol create a personal struggle as well as impact those around you. You are not alone. We have many professionals and organizations who care. Reach out for help today. Know it before you need it. Visit Know It, the letter B, the number 4, the letter U, needit.com.
brought to you by the Richland County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board, growing and preserving a legacy of hope and success within our community.
Need a place to relax and watch the big game? How about great food and live entertainment? MVP's Sports Bar and Grill has it all. When it comes to food, MVP hits it out of the park, like the Reuben sandwich. Try our classic spaghetti with meatballs, the cheese ravioli, and the 3 meatballs with garlic bread, also the mammoth chicken salad, or try the antipasta salad. Check out their lunch and dinner specials on Facebook. MVP, the place to be on Park Avenue, or call 419-526-3061.
If your long-term disability claim was denied, listen closely. You may be able to recover money. Unum is one of the largest disability insurance carriers, and companies you know like Colonial Life, New York Life, and National Life Group are all part of the Unum family. Unum was fined millions for wrongly denying claims. You may be owed compensation. Let us help you through the appeal process.
Call 800-841-9215. That's 800-841-9215. I am a paid non-attorney spokesperson.
And welcome back to Sparking the Conversation. We're here tonight with Luke Russel, who's the Deputy Director of NAMI, Ohio. And Luke, you said something in the last segment that really kind of piqued my interest, and I think it's important for our audience to know. You talked about housing and issues related to housing. I don't think that a lot of people, maybe the general public, are completely aware of the difficulties that people with serious mental illnesses have with housing. Can you talk a little bit about that and what NAMI does to try to solve some of those issues?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned advocacy, education, and support. On our referral line, we get 20, 30 calls a day. We estimate about 20 or 30% at least are about looking for housing. Like, my brother's getting out of jail, my brother's getting out of inpatient unit, my parents have aged, and my brother has lived with them for 40 years. And the challenge right now is there is a lack of housing. Many of the folks that we represent, they're not eligible for certain types of HUD housing. Most are on Social Security income, so $739 a month. Oh. Pretty hard to find an apartment anywhere in this state for that amount. Mm-hmm. So what we've tried to do at NAMI Ohio is really work very closely with providers, particularly the Adult Care Facility Association, and work with those that provide group homes to see if they can expand not only the services they offer, but also the quality in those group homes, because they've been woefully underfunded for years. And really what happened was when the state hospitals closed in the 80s, you had 27,000 people living for long-term periods of time in state hospitals. When they closed the state hospitals, the system really wasn't ready to absorb the individuals. And unfortunately, and I hate to say this, we have 10,000 individuals with serious mental illness in our prisons, Ohio prisons.
Right.
And about 23% of the folks in county jails are mentally ill. So when they come out, the question is, where do they live? And again, if they have any sort of record, that's difficult for them to find housing. Again, some of the behaviors, because they do need assistance, it's hard to find houses where, at least at the group homes, somebody's going to stop in. I think the larger group homes, like 6 hours a day, make sure there's food, shelter, the place is clean. But we really need a much more advocacy around housing, because it is a major problem.
One thing that you guys have going on, I think a week, I think not this week, but the next week, having a Christmas party that you do every year.
Yes.
NAMI Ohio does for the mental health patients.
Yep.
Not even patients.
Yeah.
They're just
the residents of the group home, and every year.
How many are there? Did Terry say?
Well, right now, what it looks like is there's about 5,000 to 6,000 individuals in group homes all over Ohio.
Okay.
And what we try to do is we can't do all the homes. Actually, this year, I think we're going to send something with the help of 33 Forever. Every resident of those homes is going to get a Christmas gift.
That's good.
But many of these groups homes, they don't have family members. They don't have folks who do this. So we at least pick, as many group homes as we can. We do a Christmas party. We actually get a list of what they need, and NAMI goes out with our staff and our board members and even just friends. Mm-hmm. We say, join us for a party, and we're here to celebrate these individuals, give them a good meal, have some fun. We'll bring Santa Claus in. And for some of these individuals, it probably is the best day of the year. And of course, it's not on Christmas. We're actually going to do it, I think, December 14th this year.
Okay.
But again, around, the individuals that we serve, unfortunately, are 90% unemployed.
Yeah.
We can't find housing for individuals. We would never put someone with a developmental disability in jail. And I just mentioned how many of our mentally ill are in jail. I mean, we have to be the voice for the mentally ill in Ohio. I mean, that's what NAMI Ohio, kind of our unofficial tagline is the voice for the mentally ill, because there are so many individuals who just get substandard care if they get care at all. I mean, if you look at the homeless population, we know many of those individuals have mental illness. And again, I wanted to reiterate our website is namiohio.org. And on that website, especially on the front page, but also under some of the tabs, you can find potential housing locators on there for families, the crisis line that the state runs 24/7, the suicide hotlines on that, but also our NAMI Ohio's help and referral line. And that line's open from 9 to 5 for individuals to call and say, I'm looking for your local affiliate. I'm looking for a provider. I need housing. Can you help me? So one of our goals is at NAMI, under our support, is to really help families navigate. I mean, that's our purpose, is to help people. So even if it's just one person at a time, there's 67,000 individuals that are seriously and persistently mentally ill in the state of Ohio. And many, and again, if 10,000 are in prisons and 30% are in jails, we've got a long way to go to improve the system. But again, with the help of partners like 33 Forever and our board, we really hope to make a change.
I think one of the things that you talk about that strikes me so much is that we these are sort of the unseen folks in our communities, and we don't talk about these folks enough. We treat them differently than we treat people, unfortunately, as a society, than we do with people with other physical health problems, which this is a brain problem, a brain disease we're talking about. And
to no fault of their own.
To no fault of their own, and we're, and yet we're putting them in prisons, we're putting them in jails, and we have to do a better job as a society of giving them the care and the love and the help that they need to survive and do the best they can with the illness that they have. So
well, and one of our initiatives, and it started this year, but it's going to go on, is person-centered mental health. We have to start looking at the individual, not what's currently available, the treatment services available, but what do individuals need? And you brought up housing. That is at the top of the list. Right behind that, or right before that, is crisis services. When a family's in crisis, where do they go get help? If a police officer's called because someone's having a psychotic episode, or they're hearing voices and the family doesn't know how to react, let's not take that person to jail. Let's take them to a crisis center to get treatment.
Yes.
And so our goal really is to begin to look at it more like the developmental disability system looks at it. It's focused on the individual and not just on the system. So again, person-centered, what do individuals need, especially those most in need, that we can help them out.
And that is huge. That's huge and hopeful, because anybody that has a family member that is struggling needs to know where they can go. I actually just found a distant relative of ours is suffering from schizophrenia and trying to find a place to live, and this is where we need to direct them, is to NAMI, and they can do so much good, so much hope for people.
I think it's such an important resource, Luke, and I'm glad you shared the website. And there are so many great resources on the NAMI Ohio website. I would tell our viewers that's a great place to go when you don't know where else to go. A great starting point, or a great way to get more resources, or even to just get to somebody local who can help you too.
Well, and there's a map there with all of our affiliates. You click on the map and it takes you directly to the person that you need to get to in your local community.
That's incredible. Luke, we thank you so much for being on our show today, for all your insight. We definitely want to have you back.
Yes.
And
I want to thank 33 Forever. Your voice, you are part of our team that's helping to reduce the stigma and raise the voice of individuals. So I want to thank both of you for just the dedication and your commitment, not only to NAMI Ohio, but also the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and other groups, because they know all of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
that.
Thanks.
Yep.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes with our memory moment here on Sparking the Conversation. Stay with us.
Catalyst Life Services, a comprehensive behavioral health organization, has been serving the community for 70 years. Our wide array of wraparound services and our ability to treat the whole person is what sets us apart. It's everything you need in one place: mental health, crisis, detox and addiction services, case management, and peer recovery support. We even offer vocational programming to get you back to work. Catalyst Life Services. Call today and get the help you need.
If you've been injured, whether personal injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you are not alone.
And you definitely don't have to fight alone. While you focus on recovery, let the Heck Law Offices focus on your case.
With over 45 years of combined legal experience, we understand your situation and the entire overwhelming legal process.
With an injury you're already handling too much, let our team be your advocate.
I'm Jeff Heck.
And I'm Jeff Stifler.
We're Mansfield's Injury Lawyers. Call us today or visit us at hecklawoffices.com.
If you don't have final expense insurance, this message is for you. Life Care provides valuable whole life insurance to help cover final expenses, medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance, available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call 800-372-5842.
Welcome back to Sparking the Conversation. This is the part of our program that we call the Memory Moment. And we try to talk about all kinds of things related to our memories of Danny or something related to what we've been doing recently or 33 Forever. And we had a special experience a few weeks ago now. It's been a few weeks, but we wanted to talk about it very briefly.
Yep, we went on a suicide awareness walk, and it was the Out of the Darkness. I tell you, we did a walk for 33 Forever, but the people that we met, every one of them had lost somebody to suicide, and it was gut-wrenching. I mean, I had not been surrounded by it, but it was empowering in the same way because we all are trying to fight suicide.
So this is the T-shirt from the walk, and it's
Ashland.
Yeah, and this was in Ashland, and it's the North Central Ohio Walk, and it's every fall. So if you haven't seen it or read about it yet, you should plan on it for next year. But it is a suicide prevention walk, and it's the American Society for Suicide
American Foundation
for Suicide Prevention, and.
Well, and I'm not going to we also have NAMI walks, especially since we've had Luke on the show. I mean, NAMI Ohio has a lot of mental health and suicide walks. Yep. Just Google it online and you will find a walk and you can truly make a difference.
And you should join us at our mental health walk in May, which is the mental health birthday walk that we do every May, which is mental health awareness during Mental Health Awareness Month. So. Yep. And you're right, just getting out, and we're all part of the same big mental health and suicide prevention family, and I think that's the most important message we can give.
It is.
And so it's a special memory moment because we had a really excellent time. Adriana Anderson with that walk is a fantastic woman.
She was amazing.
Yeah, she's got a passion for this, and so we invite you to join us in the future as we do those kinds of walks.
Absolutely. And we thank you very much for watching us tonight. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next week on Sparking the Conversation on WMFD.